Okay, welcome back to another video and welcome to the Isle of Man. Arriving at 6:30 AM and this one was from Heysham at about 2:15 AM. Didn't get much sleep on the ferry. It was kind of like a bar area to sit in, that was it. You're lucky to get a seat, really. But we're here. And the sun's just coming up, which is nice. So all we need to do now is head over and find our campsite. Now we're staying at Glenluff Campsite, which isn't too far away from here. Front of Douglas is just there. And we're going to head on the A1 towards Peel. Literally it's just 5 miles out of town, so not too far. It was really nice to see Bruce, Teapot 1, on the ferry, and before I got on last night. I think Bruce managed to get some sleep, but I probably had 10 minutes, that's about it. So we need to get up to the campsite and then get our tent pitched, get a coffee, and see how I feel on today's ride. Once we've got the tent all sorted, we're going to head down towards the south, towards Castletown, and then probably finish up having some lunch down on the most southern point of the island. So we're about 6:30 in the morning, air temperature's 15, which is not too bad. Hopefully that'll warm up a little bit as the day goes on. Weather forecast today, a little bit cloudy, a chance of rain at about 5 or 6 PM tonight, so there might be some rain overnight, and then tomorrow is meant to be a nice day again. So tomorrow we have racing. Today, Sunday, there's no racing today. And then on Tuesday we're going to head over towards Peel and the north of the island. So there'll be 3 videos, obviously today being Sunday. There'll be another video coming tomorrow, which will be a nice ride out and some racing. And then on Tuesday there will be another video, like I say, up to Peel and also up towards Ramsey and that way. Unleaded petrol 163.9, a little bit cheaper than back home. And we're just on the circuit now, actually. Now, with it being very early, I don't want to wake everyone up in the campsite, so I'll just have a little look in first to see if there's many people around and up and about. Obviously I'll have to find a nice little pitch somewhere, and I'll try and find a pitch that was similar to when I was here in 2016. Now, with it being Sunday, I would imagine there's a lot of people up early going round the mountain. Last time I was here in 2016, there was a lot of people heading up the mountain, with it being no speed limit and one way, just to get a nice lap or two of the circuit. Now the ferry, as I say, came from Heysham, and I think a week's ferry, well, what I paid was about £235. If you book in advance you can get it cheaper, but it was kind of a last minute thing. There was a space, so I managed to get myself on there. Takes about 4.5 hours from Heysham, quite a slow ferry. And like I say, the seating, with it being a night ferry, it's not really geared up for sleeping, so all lights were on and everyone was awake talking. Don't expect to sleep when you come on that ferry. Now if you come from Liverpool, it's a little bit bigger ferry, it takes a little bit quicker to get here, and the timings are a little bit better, I think. Now I remember this spa because this is the village just before the campsite, which is further up the road on the left, and that was the ideal spot to get some water if you're camping, bottled water. Not sure if they sell any on the site or even if they have a shop. As I say, it was 2016 when I came here last time. Things might have changed a little bit. Now, Teapot 1 was staying in a campsite over the mountain, a little bit cooler up there, and he was trying to work his way out how to get there. Now, I'd imagine with it being one way on the mountain, he'd have to come this way. So I hope his sat-nav hasn't taken him down a dodgy route. So we're just coming up to the campsite now on the left. 150 yards, turn left. So not too far out of Douglas, literally. Glenluff Campsite, here you go. Everyone welcome.
Two hours later.
We've just woken up, or tried to wake up really, from that ferry we had last night. Didn't get much sleep. But yeah, I thought I'd give you a walk round of the tent, now it's erect, and also the new table and chair. So you can see that before we head off down to Castletown, and then also down to the most southerly point on the island. So here's the Oex Jackal 2 tent. It's a 2-man tunnel tent. Realistically, it's good for 1 man, and then you can get all your kit inside with you as well. It's got a nice porch on it with a ground sheet, so if you want to put your boots and things in there, or even just hide out the rain if it's raining, you can do. So the Oex chair's got a nice back on it, really comfy. And there's my Oex table. Really happy with that. I've had a shower, put my towel on there, got a couple of clothes pegs. Just hung one of the ground lines over onto the bike. The top box has been really good. This is its first real test. Thanks be Moto for the stickers. And if some of you have not seen the Volcano Industries seat cover without the seat cowl on the back, that's it. Nice blue stitching, as you can see just there. Okay, so let's get on the bike and let's head down to Castletown, and then we'll go to the most southerly tip. We'll get a coffee at Costa Coffee in Castletown, have a look round also at the castle, give you a bit of information. We're just going to head off now down to Castletown, get some breakfast or some lunch. You can see there's a marquee there, bit of beer at night, and also there's a pit stop cafe. And also the Manx Carver is here today. You've got your toilets and showers just up here by the main office. All good amenities. Like I say, stayed here before, and it's about £10 a night, so it's pretty good. A little bit busier than practice week, to be expected. We'll head left, head up the road. Rather than go back into Douglas, I'm going to go on a road, I think it's called the D9. I'll put it on the screen if it's any different. Just watch my speed limit coming through here. It is a 30. Feeling a little dazed still. So yeah, if you are coming over, it might be best to take the Liverpool ferry. A little bit more comfortable. Well, it's great to be back on the Isle of Man again. And just at the lights that I've just gone through behind me on the corner there was a policeman with a radar gun. So they are out in force, especially today. Not sure if today's Mad Sunday that they've christened it. It must be. It's the Sunday between practice week and race week. So I think if you were wanting to visit the Isle of Man and you're not interested in bike racing, it's well worth coming. And obviously the speed restrictions out of town are a little bit better. You could potentially do the whole island, I think, and have a good look round in about 4 days. So I remember a pub just up the road here where I came to watch the racing. Oh, there's a new co-op there, that wasn't here last time. So yeah, the Crosby, quite a famous pub just there. And a nice car park, watch the racing, have a beer. Crazy to think that those guys are coming down here at 100 mile an hour plus. So somewhere just up this road we're going to do a left, and then I think we're going to go over the middle of the hills, right down the centre, down to Castletown. Not been this way before. The way I went last time I was here was back towards Douglas, which takes you past the ferry bridge, just coming into Greba Bridge. So this is where we're going to do a left just here, down the A3. So the TT circuit goes right just at these lights, but we're going to go left. You can see the policeman there. So a new road for me. Now I did mark out some cafes and things on my Google Maps, and about halfway down between here and Castletown there is a cafe in the woods, apparently, quite a good one. But today's first stop is Castletown, see what we can get to have for breakfast. I think there's a Costa Coffee just near the waterfront. Now I mentioned a coffee shop in the woods just halfway down, and there's like outdoor adventure type stuff up here. Laser Mayhem. And then you've got the Coffee Cottage just on the right, just here. It's a bit like Go Ape, if you know what that is, where you can climb across swings and things. So yeah, Coffee Cottage. That's one recommended, apparently. Nice coffee shop, get a coffee and cake. And if you're here with a family, that's good for outdoor activities and stuff. And literally it's just a couple hundred yards off the main road. So we're just going to do a right, jump back on the road again. Definitely a nice run. It's more pleasant than the road from Douglas down to Castletown. It gets you up into the hills as well, which is great. Nice forest region, and the roads are great. Absolutely wonderful surfaces. No big potholes yet. But also when the racing's on, not sure about this road, it'll be closed from where we turn left at the lights to come down here. But if you didn't want to watch the racing and you wanted to ride your bike, you can do the south of the island and that'll still be open. So you can see the sea in the distance there as we just drop down into Castletown. The town itself used to be the capital up until about 1863, I think it is. I'll double check that and put it on the screen. And also the castle was actually built for a Viking king, apparently. And then once we've had a coffee down here, I think we're going to go for lunch right down on the most southern tip where there's another cafe. I'll show you that one as well, and we'll grab a spot of lunch there. Okay, we're just coming into the town of Castletown. Castle Russian just there over the water. Road ahead closed. Just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So the tide's out. Now I think when the ferry came in this morning, the tide was in. I think the ferry has to have the high tide to get in. But yeah, if you could smell the seaweed and the sea, it would be amazing. It is amazing. And then you've got Castle Russian. I say Russian like Russian, but it's Russian, I think it is. Someone will correct me. So that was built for a Viking king, and Castletown was the capital. You've got a quaint little pub, the Glue Pot just there. Some seating outside. Very nice. Now, if my memory is correct, there's a Costa Coffee just there. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go down here and get a couple of pickies. Absolutely beautiful. You've got the Nautical Museum just there on the other side of the harbour wall. Okay, so we're just in the square of Castletown. We'll just take you for a walk round and head down to Costa Coffee and get a drink and something to eat. So you got the George pub and rooms there. Some seating outside here. Football tables, ping pong. It's quite nice. And of course you've got the castle just there. Looks to be open. You can have a look around. We've got a co-op just in the centre, just here. Bus stop. Plenty of bike parking. We've got the garrison here, wine and tapas bar. All very nice. Restaurant, cafe. It's actually closed. But yeah. There's the castle. I'll give you some information on it in a minute. This is the old House of Keys. Let's just see what it says. It was the capital of the Isle of Man, and that was between 1821 and 1874. And this was obviously the capital building. Interesting. So we'll just check out the history on the castle just here, and then we'll head into Costa Coffee, get some early morning coffee. Although it's not early morning now, it's nearer lunchtime really. Okay, so Castle Rushen, one of the best preserved medieval castles in Europe, and it was originally built in 1265 for a Norse king. It's had many uses, including prison, royal residence, modern day law court. It's funny how they use castles as prisons. I know the castle in Lancaster, where I'm from, they used as a prison up until a few years ago. There's the entrance just there. So let's hit Costa Coffee and get a refreshment. Just met a couple of nice guys, subscribers to the channel. Sorry I forget your names, but it was wonderful to meet you and have a chat. And wish you a good TT time that you're here. Now we're just going to head down to the most southerly point, about 5.7 miles, not too far. Don't know what's going on here. Bit of a photo opportunity. Well, the sun's peeking out, which is nice. And yeah, highly recommend dropping down there near the Costa Coffee. Grab some refreshments. I'm presuming I can go this way. Town centre. Have I come the wrong way? Anyway. At least I get to show you the town centre, not just the square and a few other streets. We'll see what the temperature's gone up to. It feels a bit warmer than it was earlier. I love the little houses, absolutely lovely. Thank you. Things are a lot better when the sun's out. Okay, so we're going to do a left just here onto the A5. And there's a load of other bikes going that way too. So they've all probably got the same idea. So just here you've got race control for the Southern 100. Now, if I'm correct, the Southern 100 was on last time I came for the practice week. In between the practice racing, it was going on at similar time. Well, the sea's rolling in, absolutely beautiful. Plenty of bikes going this way. Let's see where they're all heading. sure what's on the road. There's a dark patch, it looks like oil. Something going into that field there, so it could be a tractor. Okay, there she is, most southerly point of the Isle of Man, and just at the bottom of here you've got the Sound Cafe. Looks very busy. Absolutely stunning coastline. Amazing. See if we can get a parking space. I doubt if we'll be able to get any lunch here. Pretty amazing, isn't it, the sea? Something always draws you towards it. Absolutely love it. And what a stunning place. You can see the turbulence in the water over there with the tide coming in, especially through this slip just here. Wow. So that's today's video. Hope you've enjoyed it. So yeah, thanks for watching, thanks for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button, ding that bell for future videos coming up, and we'll catch you on another video soon. Cheers guys.